Okay, Assalamualaikum. I'm Annisa and I wanna explain about all of this material. So first is behaviorism, connectivism and constructivism, multiple intelligences and connectivism, and SLA, aptitude and attitude, SLA, formal and informal environment, and the last is input and intake. Okay, the next slide. So first, I want to explain about the behaviorism theory. So this theory is based on give a stimulus and get a response, and this theory is focused on repetition. So for example, a teacher give a stimulus like a reward, and the student give a response like a good result. And this is and there are the figure Pavlov, Skinner, and Tordick. And next, I want to explain about Connectivism theory. So this theory is based on remembering knowledge. So, for example, you already know about the history of Indonesia from your teacher. And when your teacher asks you to describe that, you already know that because you already have an information about that, and you already learn about the history of Indonesia before, even whether from the book or from your teachers. And these are the figure Piaget and Brunner and Kohler. And the next is I want to explain about constructivism theory. If cognitism theory tell about the remembering the memory or learning process, this constructivism is tell about how students remember uh, and learn from their mistake, or we can say that they learn from their um, uh, experience. For example, like when a student already have a speech before, and the teacher asks them to speak in public, the student already know how to speak in a good way because they already know that, and they have experience before the teacher give that order. So the students learn from their experience from practice, and this is um, the figure Piaget and Lev Vygotsky. And then next, I want to explain about multiple intelligences. So there are more kind of multiple intelligences. First is linguistic intelligence, and second, logical math. Linguistic intelligence is a people or a student who master in word and language, and logical math when a person is mastering and know more, and it's easy to learn about logic and number, and that is in the math. And next is music, sound and rhyme is focused on musical. And then body kinesthetic is based on body movement and control. And then spatial, visual, image and space. Next is interpersonal, other people feelings. Interpersonal or self-awareness. Also, the difference between interpersonal and intrapersonal is between another people. The example is two people, and the intrapersonal is self-awareness. Next is connectivism. So connectivism believes that learning process it can be easier if we use technology to learn in the class or anything. So, I'm sorry. And connectivism not only earning by technology but also learn in society. So we connect not only by a technology but also with a society. And the next is aptitude and attitude in SLA. Aptitude is refers for talent or natural ability to do something. So SLA is when a person have a natural ability uh, from the start or from their born before. And attitude is reversed to viewpoint a person hold toward a thing, person, even a student, and etc. So aptitude is a person who want to looking for or more want to find their ability, so they uh, learn that from zero and they know it after they learn that. And next is formal language environment. So formal language is less personal than informal. So formal language, the language that we get from institution like a school or something like an formal place, and that teaches about language that we can use in our society. And next, informal language environment. So informal language is more casual and spontaneous. We can get informal language from family. It can be bahasa Indonesia or local language. So informal language is uh, is um, out we can get from our family, and we can use it for our friends or the people that are younger than us. And then next is analytic style. It when the children will be detailed while obtain new words, try to follow the explanation. So the example is like this that I type this. Whenever, for example, a girl, whenever they see a green color, it can be a book or something that has a green color, they will call it grass. Even if like leaves or branch or table or something that green, they will call it grass because they analyze in their brain, and that called analytic style. Next, its get start style is concrete on acquiring multi-word expression which they initially treat as a whole. For example, is when someone treat anything with same thing and the same name, like when you mention a name of tool and you get different thing but you still accept that. For example, when you mention some products A, but you get the other product that B, and you still accept that because you mark that as the same name, but that's it's different thing. And this is my example. You mention so and you get chocolate, but you still have it. It happened because mostly people just mark it as the same function and same thing, so it can be happen and it's possible. Next is input and intake during the language, during the learning language. So input, when you hear and see, it means when you learn something in the class or some institution or some place, you just see and hear the teacher talking and give the information, but you don't get any information of that uh, speech. For example, you in a class and you see and hear a teacher explain about something, but you don't get any knowledge. You don't get anything. You don't get information. You don't get knowledge. You just see and hear and don't get anything. It differs from intake. Intake is when you understand the topic, success and complete the process. So, for example, you in the class and you see and hear the teacher explain, and then you get the information. So it's different from input. It's so different because intake is when you get the knowledge and information, but input you just see and hear it. And the simple code is teacher talk, foreigner talk, interlanguage talk. So the teacher talk is learning by you like in the class, and the foreigner talk is when you learn by a foreigner or stranger or someone from the other country. And interlanguage talk is where two people from local area it's talk with another language. Move like, for example, um, uh, me and my friend is from Indonesia and we talk with another language, like for example, like from Germany or Chinese, like something like that. And caretaker speaker is when you try to teach a baby to talk. For example, like you want to teach the baby to say water, but you to make it easier, you say not water but water, like that. You just modify the word so the baby can say it easily. And next. Okay, that's all for my presentation. Thank you for listening me. I'm so sorry if there was a wrong words. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Oke, bagaimana nih caranya?